Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. All right. How's everybody doing today? Hey guys. We're just shrinking down these mountains really quick here. It's kind of a mess. Hold on. Okay, now we can smooth it. Today we're going to be working on enemies still, getting an idea of the game mechanics. I'm pretty sure I want to make a stealth game. It's kind of like if Legend of Zelda and Splinter Cell had a baby. I think it's kind of what I want this game to feel like. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Still figuring it out. Alright, so yesterday was a fun day. If you guys remember, I was working on getting the hearing created for the enemies. Let me show you what I did. I'll select this one. Let's hit play and I'll show you what's going on. Hello everybody. Thanks for joining. Alright. So, whoa. So what I did yesterday was basically if you shoot or walk or do anything with sound near the enemies, they're gonna have different responses. So if I shoot a gun, they all come towards me at once. See that? And if they hit me once, I'm gonna die. Yeah. So they all run towards me if I make a really loud sound. Now if I sneak, I can. If I press crouch, I can actually sneak pretty. Oh, he's just saw me. Hold on. I can sneak here. And when you crouch, they're hearing. They have a sphere that expands, basically. If you're crouched, it gets really small, so you can dodge them pretty easily. Gotta be careful, though. But if I get up... Oh! If I get up and start running, they hear me. So that's basically what we made yesterday, at least for the last 3 hours of my day. I really focused on that. Today, all we're going to focus on is their sight line. So I'm going to delete all of the enemies that were placed. Or maybe just disable them all. Let's see here. There we go. So all we have is one... Excuse me, I'm burping. Ugh. Sorry, I'm reading the chat here. Hello, Thomas. I've been trying to find a mistake in my code for 2 hours. In the end, it turned out to be a plus sign when it should have been a negative. That's the way it goes, right? That's exactly right. Okay. So we have this one enemy type here. Let's just let's bring him over here, and we're going to do some testing. So today we're going to work on just their sight line, okay? So we're going to do a sphere cast coming out of the front of the enemy. Part of me also wants to create like a 3D cone that we can see. But let's just test it out here, and I need to think about how I want this to work. My eye is so twitchy. It always starts twitching in the spring because of allergies. It's so frustrating. So it's really hard to see, where the enemy is looking. So I think it's only fair to have some kind of cone showing their sight. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Let's create a cone first in Blender. I know we've got sun shafts already created, but we can just create a quick cone inside of Blender. Can you guys see Blender okay? Here, let's do this. We'll close out this. Don't save. And open up Blender. Whoa! Blender just closed on me. One sec, guys. Man, I hate this music. I'm trying to do royalty-free music, and it's just not... Ugh. It's always bad, which is surprise, surprise, right? Lo-fi is kind of sucky, too. Why is that? Can try that. I think these enemies are they're going to be robots. They're not going to be insects. I want this sort of AI, almost looking kind of like viruses, just patrolling around the post-apocalyptic world. And I'll be honest, guys, I don't really know what the plot is, but I'm just going to go with my gut. I find that it's easiest to make games if I'm really excited about how it feels and the mood it conveys. There we go. Let's do 16. That's fine. Okay. We're going to rotate it by -90. No, what? That didn't do it. There we go. So, here's our cone. And we're just going to project this out of the front of the object set origin to 3D cursor. So there is our sightline. Let's scale it like this. There we go. And I don't really want to see that face. That's all we want right there. And then we're just going to do shade smooth. There we go. So that's going to be our sight line, okay? We're just going to create put it in the other folder, and this is going to be enemy sight line. Or sight cone, I think is a better way to put it. Right. If you did a plane pavan, it would only look good in certain angles. So we're going to do a cone. Good. Save that out, and then now we can drag it into our enemy. So there's our enemy. Now let's take... So it's kind of... See, that the reason we I can't talk. The reason we want to use a cone is because it is really hard to see his face. I'm telling you, man, there's no good music that's royalty free. Let's do a test. I'm going to go crazy listening to this music. Let's do a test. We're going to listen to the Animal Crossing soundtrack and just see Animal Crossing relaxing. We're going to see if this gets us demonetized. If we do, you know, then I guess we can't do it. Hey, Mitt Poppins, you said, is there a way to replay my streams? Yeah. My producer just put them live this morning, so all of them are live. Lo-fi music you will get demonetized for lo-fi music, so it's unfortunate. Okay, let's see if this looks any good from an angle. So let's rotate it up just a tad. Obviously, guys, this is just for us, right? And I think there's a sun shaft. Let's see here. There we go. That's pretty good. We're just gonna do this for now, okay? You know, I'm not too worried about how it looks for now. Right now, it's just all about being able to get an idea of where he is. or where he's looking, okay? So let's just hit play and just take a look and see if this is pretty obvious. Okay, there he is, okay. You know what we could do? Pfft, Thomas is an idiot. What we're gonna do... Oh, man. You know, we can just disable that for now. All we gotta do is create a light source. That's all we gotta do. Right? So we can go to create light. It would be a spotlight. Doodle 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 down bow chow chow chow. All right, we just put him inside the enemy. Yep. Why is there... Hang on. Okay, we're good. So what we're going to do is put this spotlight inside of our enemy. Zero it out. There we go. Real time, blah, 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 blah. Why on earth can't I see... There we go. There we go. Okay. That's weird. There we go. And then we're just going to increase the intensity. So this is for us, guys. This is just for us to be able to see sort of a sight line. And, you know, we might actually use this in the end for the actual gameplay. You know, I'm not sure. And let's just make the color a little bit yellow or orange. All right, let's take a look and see how this looks. Cool. Why is it not moving with the enemy? We're going to copy this, then delete. There we go. So now it's going to be inside the prefab that moves. Save it out, hit play. So now we have sort of a sight line of our enemy. There we go. That's pretty cool looking too. I wish he wouldn't rotate so quickly. Whoa. Yeah, this is great. It has that feeling of like Splinter Cell. Like, yeah, there we go. So I wonder if you can, instead of doing a raycast, is it possible to just check if a light source hit the character? Let's Google that. Check if light source hits player. Unity. How to detect if a game object is hit by a light? That depends on how accurate you wish to be. The fastest method would be to do a vector 3 distance light to object, but that won't take shadows into account. A slower method would be a single raycast. Yeah, raycasts. Gotta do a raycast. All right, let's do a sphere cast. I just know for certain I want to do a sphere cast. We're also going to disable the hearing. So let's go to, what do you call it? Visual Studio. And let's create a variable called def so that I can quickly make the character deaf. So that all we're worrying about is sight. And then we can combine the two. And this is cool because some characters, some enemies, you might want them to be deaf. Some enemies, you might want them to be blind. So we can create those two properties inside of our enemy script. So there's Visual Studio. Let me jump to it really quick. There we go. All right. All right. Oh, guys, remember, this is a charity stream. So anything you give, I'm going to match up to $3,000. Just FYI. Okay, so we need a variable, and it's going to be code. All my variables are kind of all over the place right now. So this is going to be a public boolean. It's going to be called def. Okay, and then we're going to go Let's see here. So check if player enters hearing footstep range. Okay. If deaf and if not deaf and. See that? Okay. And then this one here is the attack range. So let's just comment that attack or check if in attack range, just so I don't comment that out later or do something with that later. Let's see here. This is not real, so we're going to remove that. That doesn't do anything. All right, these we need to have an if statement. If def. And these are our, let's see here, hearing. Yeah, those are all related to hearing, so we're going to remove any gizmos drawn if it's deaf, right? And again, the reason why we're making this deaf is so that we can only focus on visibility. I don't want to worry about activating the enemy, making the enemy attack you and chase you if there's hearing involved. I'm not sure if that makes sense. And then there's finally one more, which is when you shoot the gun. So that is, man, my eye is itchy or twitching. Gun. I'm searching gun. Whoa. What the heck? Shoot. Sorry, I'm looking for it, guys. One sec. There it is. Check if the player is shooting. So all you got to do is if def is false and player is within the range of the actual hearing gunshot. So now, if we jump back into Unity, watch this. So this red box is his hearing box, or his hearing sphere. If I set him to deaf, yeah, it gets removed. Sweet. So if I hit play here, all right. So now I can run all over the place and he can't hear me because he's deaf. But he does have his little light source, doesn't he? Okay, the light source doesn't do anything yet, obviously, which is totally fine. We're going to do a ray cast. Yep. Oh, okay. All right, you guys ready to do a ray cast? Let's do, or a sphere cast. If I type in sphere cast on Google, I just get the cast for the Sphere movie. Sphere cast, Unity. There we go. Okay, Unity scripting API. Sphere cast. Okay. So we'll just put it inside of our enemy script. All right. Let's just create a new little section here in the update, and this is called Sphere Cast to see player within sight range. We need to create a new variable called sight range. All right, raycast hit, which let's call this sight hit. Is that how you spell sight? No, sight. Okay, yeah, that's not how you spell sight. Sight hit, there you go. All right, sight hit. Crank Pie wants to skip the coding part. All right, raycast sight hit. What is this vector here? I don't care what that is. That's useless. All right. Cast a sphere wrapping character controller 10 meters forward to see if it is about to hit anything. Okay. Huh. I don't understand what this P1 is. Sorry, I took this off of Unity's resources. See player here. It would be this. This is here. Save that. You mother effer, what is this character control thing? Center. I know that that's the center of... Hold on. One sec, guys. Sorry. Let me Google this. I'm not getting angry, by the way. I'm just being goofy. Don't worry. All right, so the various parameters in a sphere cast are the ray, the radius, which is this. Okay. The radius, which, you know, we could probably just make it 3 or 2. The max distance. Okay. Let's see here. So the first parameter, it should tell us right here when I type it. Ray. P1. What? I don't know. Float is the radius, which we can just make 3. Max distance, yes. We can just do sight length. Layer mask. Player layer. Or let's just type in a sight mask. We don't really want a layer mask for it. I just don't. The one thing I don't know what it is P1. Does anybody have an idea what P1 is? What actually is that? It's let's see here. And this is the I don't know what that is. No, I know what character controller is. What is this? What does this mean? Transform. Okay, hold on. Cast a sphere wrapping the character controller 10 meters forward to see if it has hit anything. I don't understand what P1 is. It's the position plus the center. I think we can just do transformed at position. Honestly, I think that's what we can do. And then this is the height, so it's just going to be 2. Yeah, I think what that was doing is it was trying to find the exact center or something of a character controller. Oh, man. Sorry, guys, reading texts. Okay, I think that's good. I also want to debug it, but let's just test this. So it's going to do it forward. It's going to do it by a distance of 10 meters, which, you know, that's pretty intense, isn't it? So let's do 6. That's the height of the sphere cast. Okay, let's test it. I'm not gonna name it P1, guys. Yeah. We'll rename all the variables once we know it works. Hey, he just saw me. Yay. Okay. Okay. He just saw me. That's good news. What if we make the sorry, I need to jump back to Unity for you. But this is going to be 6 meters forward. Well, actually, let's just do 2. Let's make them have really bad vision, okay? So that we can actually test it, because he saw me really easily. Ugh, crap. So for some reason, he's seeing me no matter what. This is strange. Which that is going to be, let's see here. Or, okay, I figured it out. So that's its origin. That's its radius. That's its direction. Okay. Max distance. Okay. So if I make the max distance 0, technically he should not be able to hear me or see me. I'm going to jump into Unity really quick here. Oh, is the chat window not working, guys? There we go. Yeah, 1 unit is, I think 1 unit is 1 meter. So that's what's going on there. Okay, so if it's 0, nothing happens, which is good. Okay, so that's decent. I mean, decent results. Now let's set it to 1 and see what happens. So if I set my maximum length of the sphere cast to 1, what happens? Maybe I should debug it. Come here, turn around, bud. I'm right here. Hey, buddy. Okay. Decent. Not really. No. That's not right. That didn't actually work. Let's set it to 3 here. Whoa. 3. We're gonna see what happens here. Let's do it again. Sorry, getting a little confused, guys. I don't want to have to do a debug log. I don't want to have to see it. I really don't want to, but we might have to do that. Meaning have a gizmo drawn. Okay, so he just saw me at 3. All right, let's draw the sphere cast. Draw sphere cast. I don't want to do that. Ugh. What if I make it 2? Sorry, guys. I know this isn't super exciting. Sphere casts have never been something that makes sense to me. Why do you see me so easily? Anybody have any thoughts in the comments about what's going on? Isn't he going to be able to see you from behind using a sphere cast? No. Because isn't a sphere cast like a tube that gets launched out? Like it's shooting from their face? Am I wrong here? What am I missing? What am I missing here? If I make it 1, what happens? Turn towards me, my friend. Come on. Say hi. What if I get behind him? Okay, he can't see me. That was just weird. It's so weird, because if I go to 2, suddenly he can see me immediately. What about 1.6? I don't know. My goodness. Let's hit play. Yeah, I don't know. Am I missing something, guys? What's going on? No, a sphere cast is a ball around the center point. Well, what is it when there's like a ray cast, but it's thicker? Yeah. How do I do a cylinder cast? Maybe we'll just do like 2 ray casts, you know? Maybe we'll just do 2 ray casts. How do I do a thick ray cast? Hey, buddy. Where are you? Come on, say hi. I don't know. How do I do a thick ray cast? Somebody give me an answer. You know? That's just weird, man. I don't know what's going on here. We're going to delete all this. And we're just going to do it. How do I do a thick ray cast? There is no thick ray cast. The only option is using multiple ray casts. Sphere cast can be a capsule cast. Huh. That's what I thought. Sphere cast is a thick ray cast. We can do 2 ray casts. We'll just do 2 ray casts. Sphere cast is a thick ray cast. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought a sphere cast was a thick ray cast. So what is going on here? Ugh. We're just going to do it 2 ray casts. I don't care. All right. Back to the drawing board, my friends. I just wish raycast was not so freaking messy, you know? I always hated raycasts. All right, we're going to call this sight hit. If physics raycast, transform our position, transform direction, advance vector forward, out hit, which is sight hit. Math infinity. No, we don't want it to be math infinity. We want it to be math 10. I don't want a layer mask, honestly. I'm fine with whatever. Then just draw the ray and then draw the distance of the hit. Good. Color yellow did hit. And then that's if it's hitting nothing, it's just going to go forever, right? And so this is actually, let's do this color red and then this is going to be color yellow. You know, I think that's fine right there. So that should show up in our debug or in our as a gizmo. Do 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 do. Ding dong dong dong. All right, let's see here. There he is. Okay, so he's looking around. He's looking around. Is it hitting things? Whoa. Oh, that's fine. Okay, hitting the ground. That's good. Okay, good. Hitting the ground. It's not very effective, is it, guys? Let's look at the chat, see what's going on. Okay. Okay, so what we're probably going to do is 3 sphere casts. Not 3 ray casts going forward. Okay, Stefan, a straight sphere cast will be very small. Instead, if the player is within a sight cone, just use vector 3 angle for that. Then sphere cast toward the player. No, we're not going to use a collider. Colliders wouldn't work. Although I will say a collider might work if it's adjusting to the size of the ray cast. Man, I feel like such an idiot right now. Yeah. Let's see here. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. Just thinking through some stuff here. What do we got? I don't want to use a collider. That's messy. I think I know what happened. Oh, let's go back in time. This was, thank you. Who said this? Lee Watson. You didn't give me the answer, but you gave me the answer. The reason why is it was hitting the enemy. So we need to do a layer mask. Basically, only detects if it hits the player. So that was the problem with the sphere cast. So we're going to go back in time. This is going to be 2. Transform forward, outsight with a value of 5. What this is going to do is it's going to check and see. Yes, okay. So let me open up the. I'll show you guys what's going on in Visual Studio. So we're going to do a sphere cast, but we need to do if the actual site hit dot game object or site hit dot. What is that? Dot transform dot layer game object dot layer is the player, which I think that's what it is, or is it the tag? Yeah. If the tag is player, then alert. Does that make sense, guys? Because originally it was hitting itself, and so that's why it would fire. So, I think I figured it out. All right. You want to try that out, guys? See what happens? All right, let's hit play here. Okay, so far so good. Hey, buddy. Come say hi. Turn towards me. I think it worked. I think it worked. Let's take a look. So if we turn on... Okay, so I touched that area. So let's do this. We're going to remove this right here because I think what I did just now is triggered the attack box. And that's not what I want to do. I just wish you could easily debug it. I just want to do this. Hold on. So I know you can't see. I know you can't see Visual Studio. Transform position. That is the height. Transform forward 2. Should we make the height 3? Yeah. And then maybe we can make the outside 6. Come here, buddy. Wake up. Is it gonna work? Turn around. Turn around. Ugh, it didn't work. Why is it not working? Oh, I think I know what's going on. No. Huh. Guys, why is it not working? The sphere cast stops when it hits the ground. That sucks. Paul Kament says, a quick tip. Do not use Visual Studio if you consider yourself a pro. All right, let's figure it out, guys. Let's all have a debate here. Is Paul correct? Am I not a pro? Go. All right, so let's go back in time. We're not going to use the sphere cast because I think whoever said something was right. We're going to use the raycast again, which sucks, I know. But all we got to do is call this site hit, and I'll show Visual Studio. Site hit. Site hit.distance. And that's about it. So we're just going to have one of these going forward. I wish I could... I think what I want to do is create 3 game objects and have those pointing in various directions. I think that's, man, no. We're going to just do it. I'll show you what we're going to do. So first off, let's just make sure we're back to where we were. We're just going to have 3 raycasts. Okay? That's all we got to do. The reason I asked that question about Visual Studio, guys, is we don't want to lay a mask. Okay. The reason I ask that is because I don't care what software you use. If you're releasing games, you're doing good. All right, so we've got our buddy running around here. Okay, cool. I'll go back to, yeah, there we go. So there he is. He's raycasting all over the place. That's great. So we're going to do 3 raycasts. So the way we're going to do this is, and I believe I only want him to raycast when you're within the here sphere, if that makes sense. So we'll do that later though. So let's jump back into Visual Studio here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to blah, 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 blah. Hold on. This right here. We're going to do a bunch of ors. Or physics.raycast, blah, 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 this. Or this. So now we're going to have 3 of them. Ah, we don't need that. That should fix it. Why is it giving me an error? Tell me why. Tell me why. Oh. I think I know what's going on. Hold on. Better? Let's try it again. Let's put parentheses around all of these and see if that fixes it. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna do why? Thomas, come on, buddy. What's going on? Nope, that didn't fix it. Why would that fix it? That's so weird. Huh. Let's figure this out. What? Okay, I guess that's fine. What we're doing is we're doing 3 physics or raycasts, and they're all going to be going in the same direction. So hopefully it still works. Yeah. Let's see here. All right, cool. We got, yep, that's fine. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create, what is vector 3 forward? 0, 0, 1? I think it is. 0, 0, 1. Is that correct? Get new. We're just going to do this for now. Okay. And we can also just type it right here, actually. And it'll show us. Make sure we're correct. Obviously, guys, I'm gonna establish the vectors later. But for right now, I'm just going to do it in the code here. All right, hold your horses, fellas. I'm just going to hit play inside of Unity really quick. Is the bot being a bully, guys? Oh, man. Sorry. I'll go back. I'll go to Streamlabs really quick and remove the bot. Sorry about that, guys. All right. He'll stop now. All right, I'm gonna hit play. I know you can't see the screen yet, but basically I want to make sure that vector 3. Yeah, okay. Forward is 0, 0, 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to have forward on right and left, okay? So we're going to debug them first. Okay? We're going to debug them first. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one sort of shifted to the left a little bit. I believe this is going to be 0.1, and then this is going to be negative 0.1. Let's see if that does it. Obviously, it need to be F, F. Okay. Give me just a sec, guys. I know you can't see Unity. I need more coffee. Okay, let's take a look at the... Yay! Thomas wins! All right. I'll jump into Unity and show you guys. Thank you for donating $10, Mud Sheep. That's awesome. All right. Cool. Please use a sight cone. This is from Stefan. Hey Paul, what's going on, man? So one of the things I love about these streams is that it's a relaxing place for people to chill, especially in this time of the virus. So if we could all be nice to each other, that would be really cool. Just want everyone to be cool, really kind and nice. If you guys want to be mean, you know, head on over to Facebook. That's a great place to be mean. But YouTube, I want everyone to be nice and happy. Thanks, guys, for appreciating that. Okay, so we're in Unity, and all we're going to do is have 3 raycasts. That's all we're going to do. And that should pretty much accomplish everything we need it to. So in play mode, you're not going to see the raycasts, but here's what they look like in the scene. So now he's sort of looking around. Yeah, and he'll spot you. You know what you could do, guys? This is going to be really interesting. Watch this. This is probably terrible code, but I'm going to do it anyway. What you could do is you could do mathf.random. No. Yeah, all you gotta do is random.range. And then you could do negative 0.3 and then positive 0.3. Yeah. And what it's going to do is it's just going to be a spaz. So that it's sort of basically scanning all over the place. See that? So you'd have 3 rays. You know what you could do is you could have a left one, which would be -7 to -3. And then you could have a positive one, which would be +7. You can't see the screen, can you? Sorry, guys. And then you'd have one that's just at the 0 position, which technically you don't really need at this point. You could actually just go 0. You know what you could do, guys? You could do 1 raycast. And it's just randomly looking in all directions. So -1 to +1. I think I'm a genius. The same is true for the Y direction as well. You could just do Y -1, 1. All right. So what this is going to do, guys, what I did is I put a randomizer inside of the range. And now he's going to be looking in all directions really quickly here. So let's take a look. There we go. Cool. You know, I know that seems like a terrible idea, but I think it's actually not that bad. Obviously, that's way too unfair. So what we can do is, you know, give it like -0.5 to 0.5, and then -0.5 to 0.5. Believe it or not, guys, I think this might actually be pretty reasonable. I think it'll accomplish what we need it to. I know that sounds crazy, but it probably will do just fine. See that? Yeah. Yeah, that'll probably be fine. And there's like probably half of you are thinking, Thomas, this is the worst idea, but just watch. I'm going to get it to work. We could do a sphere cast. Oh, Paul, what are you doing, buddy? Paul, I love you, man. Can you? You're good. Everyone's good. Okay, so let's go back to Visual Studio here. And you're not going to see the screen, but what I can do is actually just make this Blender window. We're just going to make it Visual Studio. There we go. So you can kind of see what's going on down there. I know you can't really see it though. All right, so instead of having all of these ray casts, literally all we're going to do is one ray cast that randomly we're going to actually put it up here. Watch this. We're going to do vector 3 random ray cast direction equals new vector 3. Actually, it would be a new. Would it be? Yeah, it should. Why am I getting an error? Anybody know why I'm getting an error? I think it's this. Why am I getting an error? What's going on? Oh, that's why. Yeah, okay, here we go. So this way, what you can do, guys, is have it all established at the beginning. There we go. So what we're doing is we're establishing a new vector 3 at the beginning of our raycast called random raycast direction. And then we're going to place that variable inside of the transform direction. Yes. Okay. Yep. And then we're also going to place it inside of, you know, the wait. What do we got going on? What's wrong? Something's wrong here. What is this? Why is that happening? I'll let you guys see what's going on in Visual Studio really quick. So we're creating our vector here. So I should be able to just paste it right here. Oh. I think I know what's going on. Hold on, guys. Yes. Okay, so we need to do this. One sec. I think that's what we need to do here. And then we paste this here. And then we paste this here. There we go. I think that's how we do this. You want to know the cool thing, guys? We can create with a single variable or multiplier. We can figure out how wide and how broad we want the site to be, which is really cool. So let's take a look and see if this is actually going to work okay. Cool. All right, it's working. The probability of avoiding getting hit is pretty slim. So I think we're okay there. All right. Now let's just go ahead and set up the alert. Okay, so if site hit dot transform dot game object dot tag equals player debug log hit. Well, we don't really need to debug. All we got to do is go alert. That's about it. I think that's all we got to do. Let's make sure the tag isn't capitalized. Stefan, I agree. You're probably right. Seriously, and I appreciate your comments. The way that I work is I just want to move forward. Like and I know that's probably not the best way to do this, but I like to just get things done and just keep going, and not really worry about the perfect method, because quite frankly, right now I'm just wanting to get the demo done. Once the demo's done, then I can get things done, right? But you're probably right, and I really appreciate your smarts. Okay, what was that? What did I do? What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm checking the player, which tag it is. Okay, it's capitalized. Player. There we go. If the tag is player, then alert. And in that case, what we can also do is we can say, this raycast is only going to occur if alerted is set to false. So we can go like this. If alert, if we're not alert, do the sphere cast. If we are alert, don't do the sphere cast. Sweet. Yeah, I wish I could make the window bigger, guys. I don't spend a lot of time in Visual Studio, believe it or not. So, okay. Ready to test it out, guys? There's our little buddy. Turn towards me. What? Wonder why it's not working. Come here, buddy. What's our length? Our length is site distance. Site height distance. Wait, hold on. Wait. I'm confused. I see. I think I know what's going on here, guys. Sorry, one sec. Huh. Let's do a little bit of debugging here. We're going to do debug Log. We're going to do hit colon plus, let's see here, what it hit, which would be site hit dot transform dot game object. All right, let's just double check and see if it's actually hitting things. I believe it is, but we'll see. Cool. Hit terrain, hit rock 1. Let's see if it hits the player. Come on. Come on, buddy. Turn towards me. Turn towards me. Did it do it? Try again. I think I know why. I think I know why. Okay, okay. I think we're good, guys. Let me see here. Use Stefan Vetney's solution. If vector3 angle dot direction to player, enemy forward direction, enemy field of view. What's let's see here. I'm going to try out Stefan Vetney's solution here. Stefan, if you write out the exact code, I'll paste it in, all right? Because I don't really fully understand what you're saying. So if you write your full code out, and then I also need to know what is distance to player, or direction to player. What is that? What is enemy forward direction? All right, while I wait for you, Stefan, I'm gonna just press play here and see if it works at all. Does it even work at all? That's the question. Come here, bud. Come on. You really don't want to see me, do you? Hey, come here. Okay, so he saw me. All right, he saw me. So why did it take so effing long to see me? Let's see here. Maybe it is, you know. Let's hear. Stefan, did you say something? Paul, the way the backpack is done is it uses a jiggle script. So it's basically looking at, it looks at the position of the rotation of the backpack, and what it does is it will add jiggle to it based on its previous position. So it sort of wiggles. Okay, Stefan. Direction to player is player position minus enemy position. Enemy forward is the enemy transform position. All right, Stefan, hold on. Where's your chat? Let's figure out what Stefan's trying to say here. I don't get it, Stefan. Y'all should know something about me. And I'm enjoying what people are saying in the code or in the chat. There are no pros. There are only people who sell games and make money off of them. That's it. And so I'm not a pro. I just make games and I make money doing it. So that's my testament to what I'm doing. If I'm able to provide for my studio and my family, then I'm making games. That's all that matters. All right. Let's take a look and see again. Let's hit play. I just want to figure out. Stefan, do you have anything to say? Okay. All right. We're going to try out Stefan's idea really quickly here. Sorry, my brain is about to explode. My dog is barking and I can't think. All right, Stefan. If vector3.angle direction to player. So let's just see if Stefan's script is actually good here. All right. Okay, tell me, Stefan, what are these guys? We're going to use Stefan's theory here, but I need Stefan to type out what he's thinking. So let's give Stefan some space. All right, buddy, what are we doing next? What's going on here? So this is transform dot position. That's what that is. Now the player is within the sight cone. Debug.log in sight. Okay? All right. What was direction to player, Stefan? Vector3 angle checks the angle between two directions. It will find the angle between the enemy's forward and the direction. I don't know what you're talking about. Because you're smarter than me, not because I'm smart. I don't know what you're talking about. Direction of player is player position minus enemy position. Okay, let's just do this then. Player.instance.transform.position minus enemy position, which is just transform.position. Enemy forward direction, is that just vector3.forward? Yes or no? What's enemy field of view? Okay, Stefan, what's enemy field of view? What is that? And then let's fill out what this should be. Should that be the standard raycast? What's that? What's direction of player? I'm waiting for you, buddy. Let's give Stefan some room, guys, and he's going to solve this problem for us. Add a variable, it is an angle. Okay. So what's the angle going to be? Can you write the code for me? Just write the code for me. Just make my game for me live. All right. One sec here. Add a variable, it is an angle. Just add maybe 90 or something. What is that? Is player position minus aim. Oh, that okay. This right here. I appreciate your help, Stefan. Replace it with 90. Okay. All right. So So that's not working for some reason. Well, what we could do is we could do float or vector 3. And what did you call it? You call it something. Direction to player. Don't you mean distance to player? Alright. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm smart, guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that. Alright, so I guess that's fine. So it would be this. And then this is, yeah, that's confusing. And then let's do it like this. Outside height, math.infinity. Okay, we gotta set that up. Okay. Is that it? Is that what we're thinking here, guys? And we'll change math infinity to the actual site distance. But for now, we'll do infinity. Is that what we're talking about? Yes, Stefan? Yes, does that look good, Stefan? Transform, yes, you're correct. It should be transform.forward, which would be, yes, right here. Yes, correct. Thank you. Shouldn't it be this? Transform blah, 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 blah. And then vector 3.forward. Isn't that what it should be here? I think it should be that. Transform direction, vector 3.forward. Let's look in the chat and see what everybody's saying. It is actually dir, not distance. Also, it is transform forward, not vector 3 forward. Okay. Cool. Transform.forward. What does the 90 mean, Stefan? Does the 90 mean he can see like a full 90 degree, like basically everything in front of him he can see? Can we like narrow it a little bit, make it a cone? Can we do like 30, 45 or something? Stefan? Okay, it should be functional now. But I don't like that it's 90. Why is it 90? I don't like that it's 90. Why is that? I'm waiting for Stefan. Stefan, if this works, you're going to get a huge round of applause. Okay. What do you mean, yes, Stefan? Make it whatever angle you want. So, no, but what I'm asking is, if I make it 45 degrees, is it going to shrink? If I make it 2, is it going to be even smaller? Yeah, I'm asking what 90 means. It can be any FOV you want, so you can make it a public variable. I agree, but what does it mean? 90 is actually a half of human's vision. What? What does 90 mean? I know it. I know it's delayed, Moby. Okay, that's all I needed. Stefan says it will be a smaller cone. Okay, so let's make it 45 degrees. So, if I'm reading this correctly, basically what it's going to do is it's going to create a cone that's 45 degrees. If we're within that sight line, it's going to... I see. Yeah, kind of makes sense. So let's give it a shot. Ready, guys? Stefan, this is your moment of truth, buddy. And it's okay if it doesn't work. I'm just messing with you. Let's hit play here. Prepare your emojis for some applause. Okay. That worked. All right, we got an insight debug. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create 2. Hold on. No, we're not going to give him applause yet. Let's wait and see here. So this is going to be its Sight radius, which is 45. And then we're also going to be sight length. Okay? And those are going to be determined up here. These are going to be a float's sight radius, which by default, you know, I think 45 degrees is fine. Float sight length, I think a length of like 4 units. No, 3 units. All right. So let's hit play here. Actually, let's go. Are those serialized? Okay, yeah, they are. Let's hit play. Y'all ready for this? Okay, we're going to watch the console box here. Oh, we got an issue with our script. Why is that? Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's why. Sight. I feel like sight should be spelled S-I-T-E. So something you should all learn from me while watching me live stream is that you can be a complete doofus and make games. I do not know anything about anything. All right, here we go. So as we approach our little spider friend here, what happens? Turn around, buddy. Didn't work. It didn't work. Why? That one was in sight. Why was that? That one was in sight. So it's super close. All right, let's see here. Sight length might be the problem, guys. Why is sight length if it's set to 3? What if I made it 20? Actually, that's not going to work. We need to go to our enemy here. Where is he? That he is. Set enemy to have a sight length of 20. Let's see what happens. Sight radius of 45 makes sense to me. It's like that. I think. Like that. All right, let's take a look at the console. Oh! All right, guys. Can we give a round of applause to Stefan? Thank you, Stefan. Brilliant. Brilliant. That is awesome. Stefan, do you have a portfolio? If you want to send it to my email. I don't know right now if I'm looking for contract work to help out, but maybe once this whole economic collapse is over. That's amazing. Can we give a round of applause to Stefan with a clap emoji in the chat? Thank you. Obviously, guys, you know, I don't know much, so don't feel like it's I was about to say don't think I'm an idiot, but I don't mind. You guys can think I'm an idiot all day long. All right, 20 was a little bit too big, so let's do 15. I kind of want to be able to debug and see it. So, can you see me, buddy? Turn towards me. Turn towards me, you dumb spider. Turn towards me. Oh. Cool. I love it. All right, let's have the alert occur. Way to go, Stefan. Yay. Congratulations. All right. So now what we can do is we can have the alert occur. So the function alert will be fired with this new Stefan code. Alert. There we go. Okay, currently we have 233 people watching. I think now is a really good time to do a big announcement. Or not a big announcement, but a big Q&A. The reason why is because, hang on, let's see if this works. Hey, buddy. Are you gonna look at me? How close can I get to you? How close can I get to you, my friend? Ooh, that's scary. I love the light. That's really cool. Okay, let's try one more time, and then we're going to do a big, old-fashioned Q&A. I might need to get some coffee first. That's great. Stefan, you're the man. I'm assuming you're a man. I guess I shouldn't do that, though, right? That's awesome. Okay, now let's make him not deaf, right? Remember this thing here? We could turn off deaf. So now he can hear me and see me. We just played God and gave this wonderful, beautiful creature both vision and hearing. Is that not the coolest thing? All right, let's hit play. And then also we need to make sure that he can kill us. So let's actually go to... Here we go. So now he'll attack us. Let's hit play. And now suddenly, guys, the game gets pretty scary. It's crazy how once you just make an enemy able to attack you, the whole game loop works. So there he is. Let's just figure out what's fair here. Oh, that's not fair. Why was that not fair? Let's hit play again. Was it because I started running? Let's do this. I wonder if the sightline should be significantly decreased. Was that fair? I don't think it was. Let's make it, his sightline is a little too big. Let's do 10. I feel like when he's in the grass, we should have his sightline decrease significantly. Or when I'm in the grass. That would be really cool. So using grass to hide would be really awesome. In fact, I might just do that today if we have time. Oh! That wasn't fair. Why is that? Let's make him deaf again. Just to double check. See why the def variable is valuable, guys? Because we don't really know why that happened. So let's figure out what's going on here. He always goes up this hill. His turn speed is ridiculously fast too. Okay. So it sounds like his hearing is just way too good. Sounds like his hearing is too good. Yeah, that's his hearing sphere. I think that's just a little too intense. So let's do this. We could change it to like this. I think that's probably fair. Something like that. And then what we're going to do is apply this to all our enemies. And now if we turn on all our enemies, we can have ourselves a real fun experience. Oh boy. Look at these enemies now. This is like really difficult. Whoa! Someone saw me. Who? Ugh! All right, so they can see me a little too easily. Let's see here. Should it be 5? Let's just try 5. It feels like it's exponential. Why does it feel like it's exponential? That's not fair. How are you seeing me? How did you see me? Let's make them all deaf and figure out what's going on. Ooh. Huh. If they're all deaf and they're still seeing me, then something's wrong with the site. Okay, then something's wrong with the deaf part, with the hearing. Wait, what? What is going on, guys? Someone's seeing me. Who is seeing me? How did you see me? How did you see me? Uh-oh. Oh no. How did you see me? Okay, someone just saw me for no reason. I heard him. Yeah. Why is that happening? What? Why is that happening, Stefan? Yeah, for some reason, this spider way over here can see me. Why is that happening, Stefan? They're all deaf, right? Let's take a look. I feel like I should just delete them all and just try one. We're going to delete all of these spiders. So all we've got is this one right here. Okay, he's deaf and his sight is 5. Wait. Okay. Let's just see what happens. I'm right here, bud. Yeah, this mechanic has to be perfect because this is the kind of stuff that would piss people off. Let's make a site like 10. I'm right here. I think 12 is probably our end goal here. So, okay, that seems fine. But the problem is if I drag multiple spiders in, hang on. Oh, that's why. Duh. Okay. We didn't check, guys. We needed to... God, Thomas, you're so stupid. If site_hit.transform.gameObject.tag equals player. Okay, that was the problem, guys. The problem was they were hitting each other and then waking up and chasing me. You only want them to hit the player. with their sightline. That's why. Sometimes I'm a real fool. All right, guys. Let's just test around here and see if this looks good here. Once we finish this up, guys, we'll do a big Q&A. And I want to change their turn speed too, because that's ridiculously fast. Oh, you will not get me. Okay, so we go to our enemies here. And I think overall it should be 14. I think that is fair. Now, we also don't want them to be deaf either. So hopefully now, if we're crouching and we avoid their sight line, we can pretty much wander around them without getting seen. So we keep our distance. But if I shoot, they chase me. Okay, let's test one more time. What about just running? If I just run without them seeing me, they should still hear me. So if I'm running, he heard me. Good. Yay! That's awesome, guys. We did it. Let's make their turn speed slower. I believe we can do that by going to AI character control. No, third person character. Yes, moving turn speed could be 60. Stationary turn speed will be even smaller, something like 40. And actually 60, 40, okay. Let's go to the actual prefab itself. And I'm gonna copy this really quick just so I don't forget it. Paste that into Photoshop. These settings. All right, yeah. Now let's go 60, 40. So hopefully when they start to turn, you can go, oh, bleep, and start moving out of their way, because you want to be able to prepare while you're crouched while they turn. So let's take a look here. Was that, are they turning any slower? I think they are. What if we make it really small? That's still pretty fast. Let's do 10 and then 5. If it's not adjusting with these variables I'm changing, then we know that it's turning using a different variable. Yep, it's turning with a different variable. Mother effer, what's going on here? Hold on. Angular speed, is that it? Let's change it to angular speed. Yeah, okay, we're gonna paste both those screenshots into Photoshop just in case. Steering, speed. So annoying. Let's make it 5. I don't think that's gonna change it either. That's just annoying. Is it the patrol? Ugh. Patrol script. Let's take a look at this. There's a variable that I need to change here that will change the turning speed. I don't know. All right, we'll figure that out later. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna do a Q&A. So as you can see, we have a virus stream goal up at the top of our screen. Let me go get a cup of coffee really quick. I'll be right back, guys. We're about to do a Q&A, so please stick around. We're about to do a Q&A. So I will be back in just maybe 20 seconds. All right, guys. We're going to do a Q&A. The way this is going to work is for the next 20, 15 minutes maybe. Any donation, whether it's $1 to $1 million. Don't do $1 million. But whether it's $1 to whatever, I will answer what your question is, or the comment or whatever it is. I'll read it out loud. I'll read your name out loud, and any donation is going to the CDC Foundation to support fighting this virus. And let's see here. The ticker up there, we have a $3,000 goal. So we're currently, counting super chats, we're actually like at $500. So I will match whatever your donation is. So if you give $1, that's $2. If you give $10, that's actually $20. So this is once in a very few times in your life where your donation is going to be matched. So really you're giving double. And also I answer your questions. So that's pretty cool. I think a little bit too highly of myself here. But feel free to use the link in the description to get started, and I will answer any questions. And I will sit here quietly until a donation comes in. Bum 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 bum. La da dun 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 dun. La na 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 na. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Furious Fox said, can someone with a wallet ask him how he made coma? Oh, man. Well, yesterday was maybe the apocalypse has really hit us all, because yesterday the donations were flying in during the Q&A, and now it's nice and quiet. But we're gonna keep quietly working on the game, and if anybody wants to support, again, guys, it's not going towards my channel. It's going towards the CDC Foundation. So let's continue. And if anybody has any donations or questions, I will answer anything you've got. There we go. We got the first one. Moby. I knew you'd find it in you, man. Or girl. Moby's got a question. How long do you plan to work on this game for? Do you see it being finished in 2 years? Yes. I do see it being finished in 2 years. And that's a really good question, Moby. Thank you. And thank you for supporting. By the way, guys, Moby gave $1.17 US dollars. So really, Moby just gave $2. And I can't add that. Why can't I add that? 34 cents. But Moby, yeah, I plan on working this. I plan on finishing this in 2 years. The only way that that's actually going to be possible is if, especially making 3D games, you want to keep them as simple as possible as an indie developer. So you don't want to decide that you're going to make, in this case, a relevant example is I don't want to make Splinter Cell. I'm not going to make Splinter Cell. I'm also not going to make The Legend of Zelda, right? I have to do something much more simplistic. I think in terms of complexity, maybe Journey is the highest level of complexity, and that's still a really big team compared to just me. So anyway, that's a great question. We had another donation come in, and that is from Ibrahim Buna. Sweet. $10. Thank you so much. So that's actually $20, which is amazing because I'm going to match your donations up to $3,000. And guys, if you have questions about this actual game, I can dig into specific things about this game that I'm working on currently so you guys can see what things look like behind the scenes. So feel free to ask specific questions like Ibrahim just did here, which is, are you using post-processing for the global scene and using 2D colors for the game objects? Yes, I am. And you want to see the post-processing settings, so I will show you those because you just gave money to the CDC Foundation. Thank you. So we're using a, hang on. Yeah, let's hit play and I'll show you. All right, guys. And for those of you who are just joining us, we're doing a Q&A right now. And any donations, I will answer your question and I will also match your donation. All of it is going to the CDC Foundation. All right, so let's take a look at our post-processing profiles here. Thank you for the donation. I will answer your question in just a bit. We're going to answer Ibrahim's. We've got color grading here, so if I remove the color grading, it looks like that. If I remove the ambient occlusion, it removes all the shading. See? Those shadows. If I remove the bloom, not much actually. I'm surprised. In fact, I kind of like it without it. Let's see here. Yeah, I kind of like it without it. We've got a bloom, and we've also got grain. Just a very faint grain. We've also got a depth of field, and that just blurs things just a little bit, just faintly. And then we have a vignette. The vignette is actually a pretty big deal. Let's see here. Yeah. So it's what makes things look a little bit more moody. That was a great question. Thank you so much for asking that question and donating. We've also got another donation from Tim of Spades for $1. So really, Tim, you just gave $2 because I'm going to match your donation up to $3,000. You said, I applied for the 2020 internship and was just curious if it was still being offered. Long story short there, buddy, I appreciate you applying. Things got pretty nuts with a project that I'm currently working on, and I can't say what it is. That on top of COVID, I can't say that. Crap, we're going to get demonetized. I can't say that. Oh, well. On top of that, I've pushed that, and I've also reconsidered thanks to some very reasonable feedback. I've got to reconsider how I'm going to do payment for internships, and that's my fault. So that's kind of what's happening. Basically delayed it. Hopefully when this apocalypse ends, I'll revisit it and I can take a look at your application among others. So thank you for asking. That's really, really great. Any other questions or comments, guys? We are currently at basically $520, including super chats, which, I'm going to match that. So that's really about $1,000. Any other comments, questions? While I wait for your questions to pour in, we can move forward with... Man, I'm burping all over the place. We can move forward with something. What was I going to work on? I think what I want to do is I want to make these look scarier. So let's go ahead and jump into the enemy design, and let's make them look scarier. So a couple things I want to do. I think I want to actually add an antenna to their butt. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the body. And by the way, guys, if you have questions or comments, we're doing a Q&A right now. So just any donation, even if it's $1, I'll answer the question. I'll also match the donation and match the donation up to $3,000. And that money is going to be given to the CDC Foundation to fight this virus. Okay, so let's go to our actual body mesh. There it is. And let's open up the beetle inside of Blender. There he is. And we're going to give him an antenna sort of coming out of the back of his butt. Okay, we got another donation. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, we've got a super chat as well from Larabe Shuja. Is this all I can give? This is all I have that I can give. Thank you. That means a lot. Awesome. And Larabe Shuja, I don't know if you know this, but it looks like you gave twice. So if you want to take that back, because you just said that's all you can give. Honestly, guys, if you only have enough for yourself through this time of people losing jobs, don't feel pressure, okay? Don't feel pressure. You really should be taking care of yourself first. I really think so. You and your family. But if you have some room to give, that would be great. All right, I think we got 2 donations here. Let's see here. $1.17 from Samurai C. So really, you gave $2. Because I'm going to match donations, remember. I have what I think is a great idea for a game, but I have never released one before, and this is from Samurai. Should I release this one first or release smaller ones to make a name for myself first? You need to release something. I don't care what it is. If you have a great idea for a game, just make it. Get it done. The thing is inspiration doesn't last very long, guys. First, it doesn't last very long in the short term. If you have a great idea, capitalize on that idea really fast because you're going to get bored of it really fast. The second thing is long-term ideas, the older you get, they just sort of slowly dissipate. I had so many ideas when I was a teenager and when I was in my early 20s, and things are a little bit slower than they used to be. I'm almost 30 now, which obviously that's not old, but I've got a family, I've got a kid on the way, I've got another 2-year-old, and you just sort of, life takes over and your ideas don't flow as much as they used to. So capitalize on your ideas fast. All right, we got another, we got plenty. Whoa. We've got a lot of donations. Okay, Whoa, thank you guys. We got a lot coming in. Oh, this is great. Ibrahim has another question. Thank you. Ibrahim gave $5, which in reality is $10. So $10 is going to go to the CDC Foundation. Can you tell us which assets, scripts, and graphics you are using? Yes. I'm not going to show you, but I can tell you because I got a lot of the questions to answer. I'm using Opsiv's character controller. I am using Jiggle script, which is an asset. I'm using Microsplat for the terrain. I'm using Aura 2 for the lighting and the fog. I'm using Dialogue System for Unity, which is another asset as well. That's about all I'm doing. Graphics, those are all pretty much custom. There's a few things like the character's body. I downloaded a very generic humanoid shape to sort of detail him out. Hi, my name is Natalia. She gave $1. And that's really $2 because I'm matching donations. Hi, my name is Natalia. And I keep saying that not because I'm bragging or anything. I'm trying to incentivize you guys to give. That's really what I'm trying to do. Because it would be really great if we gave to the CDC Foundation. Hi, my name is Natalia. What is your naming process for your games? Also, what's the name of this game? Boy, that's a good question. I like to use names that make me feel something inside. So the priority is how I feel about the name. The second priority is what it means. Does it resonate with the audience, and what does it mean to the audience? So instead of naming something that is descriptive, it's rather emotionally descriptive. So instead of being practically descriptive, it's emotionally descriptive. So my games have always been pretty salty names. So Skinny, Pinstripe, not salty, but there's a sharpness to them. Coma, Neversong, they're all pretty dark sounding. This one's called Poison Tail. Just a quick self shout out, working on a game called, this is from Alon Zoo. Hey man, if you want to self promote, I'm totally fine with it. This is Alon Zoo, $3. Actually, it's $6 because I'm matching. Just a quick self shout out, working on a game called ZAM, Z-A-A-M, on Steam. Can you check it out? And so guys, just Google ZAM, Steam. And let's take a look at Alon Zoo's game. That would be awesome. ZAM, Z-A-A-M, on Steam. How did you get the animations for this? This is from Tomb. It's $1. How did you get the animations for the spider movement? I just made them. Let me show you guys a cool trick with animation. Okay? So obviously we've created the skeleton inside of Blender. Okay? But inside of Unity, look at that. See those blue lines? Those are actually bones being rendered. If I go to my spider here, I created a script called Bone Renderer. Did I create that script? I don't know if I made that script. Oh, no. This is something you can. This is a preview package you can download inside of Unity. So you can render the bones. So it's going to find the bones and it's going to render them. But there's this thing called transforms here, and you have to manually set those up. So what I did is I created a script called Bone Finder, and then once you click Find Bones, it'll find the bones for you. Once you have all the bones, you can actually select them and animate them. So I like to do my animation inside of Unity. So I can animate everything. And so here's the walking animation. That's basically it. And there's little events that cause sounds to play. That's basically it. All right. Good question. Love you. Love the stream. This is from Simply Sam, $2.76. Thank you so much for donating, Simply Sam. Love you, love the stream. Keep up the great work. Can you tell me a bit about the lore of this current game? I don't know anything about this game right now. I know I like Zelda. I know I like Half-Life. I know I like Splinter Cell. So I'm just going to sort of put those games together and figure out a cool plot. I like plots to be cerebral and very emotive. So it'll probably be sci-fi, but very heavily poetic and emotional and artsy. All right. Luca, you don't need to apologize. Luca gave $1. I'm sorry I can't donate more, but I only have €8. Man. If you feel like you need to withdraw this to save enough money for yourself, that would be totally fine. Don't feel pressure to give if you don't have enough to make it through this weird time in human history. I'm sorry I can't donate more, but I only have €8 in my account. My question is how to market a game you want to release in the detail. In the specific, how do I submit for an indie award? You said, does it have to be complete or unpublished? A lot of times, games that are favored in certain competitions are ones that you haven't released yet. Also, these judges, they're going to be playing 500 games, not 500 games, maybe 50 games, right? And all these judges are people like myself. They're just individuals who run a company, and they don't have a lot of time to play your game. So you could tell them it's completed, and it's only 15 minutes long. So I'm not saying lie, but I'm saying maybe you don't have to tell them that it's incomplete. Just release your demo to them and submit it. Where you do it is you type in Google indie game competitions, and there you go. There's going to be a big old list for you, and you can start submitting. Sometimes you can put it on your calendar and then just submit to all these different competitions. I've never seen much value in it, to be honest, so I kind of stopped doing it. But it's nice to get awards and stuff, or nominations. All right, guys, we got time for like one more question, two more questions. Actually, this is probably going to be the last one I answer before jumping back into work. This is from Reese Joffrey. $5. Thank you so much. That is awesome. That's a $10. That's really $10 because I'm matching. Hey, Thomas. I have been creating devlogs and game dev videos on YouTube recently, but I'm pretty bad at getting my videos out there. Any tips to grow on a platform? Yeah. Oh, and you said you're working on a game called Shield Shock. That's awesome, Reese. Yeah, getting your videos out there and growing on the platform on YouTube. Well, I got really lucky. You guys know why. But when I first started out, it was pretty slow. But first tip is just keep pushing, keep releasing content. You got to really push through the embarrassing first couple, maybe full year of releasing content. And then the second tip is, I was about to give you like really granular tips about how to get your videos out there, but all I'll say is, what's that? There's a YouTube channel. How to YouTube. There's a channel out there called, what's the channel? YouTube tips. My favorite channel is Think Media. All right, so just watch all of Think Media's videos, and they'll give you an idea of what to do. All right, guys, and Nepal said, thanks so much for doing this. I truly appreciate your work. Nupal, I think is how you say your name. All right, let's get back to work, guys. Thank you guys for donating. That was amazing. All righty, so the next thing I want to do is open up my little spider here, beetle, and we're going to take his body and do a new design. So we're inside of Blender right now. We're just going to create a little antenna right here, okay? Problem is, thank you for the donation, guys. All right. Can I do an inset? No. Bevel. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take... There we go. Scale that down. Whoa. I just want to make an antenna, okay? I think I know what I'm doing here. Here we go. So E to extrude up and scale down. We need to scale it along the X a little bit more. Okay. There we go. Something like that. And then I wonder if... Let's do this. Kitty cube here. Scale up. Scale. I want the aliens to look pretty frightening. The best way to make a stealth game is to... let's see here. Sorry, I know you guys can't see it. There we go. There we go. The best way to make a stealth game, I think, is to make things pretty frightening. So we're going to make these enemies look pretty weird looking. I'm pretty sure, I keep saying pretty. I'm pretty sure they're going to be, there we go. Androids or AI. There we go. So we've got an antenna coming out of their booty. I feel like it needs to be facing, I'll show you. I feel like we need to move it a little bit. So something like this. There we go. And just take this, go bigger. There we go, and then rotate it. See that? So now we have it sort of rotating in that direction. And then do the same with this thing. Move it along the y-axis. Okay. It's a little bit much, isn't it? Here. Rotate. There we go. There we go. So he's going to have an antenna with a little dot on the tip of it. A light of some kind. And also, you know, guys, I feel like we should have like a big eye right here. So let's add an eye. So it'll be a cube. It's going to be very low poly though. There's no reason to waste poly. So maybe 6x3. That's a little bit too small. Add UV sphere. Let's do 10x5. Yeah, that's better. Shade smooth. Okay. All right. Everybody see everything okay? Yeah. All right, let's just go to right here. There we go. So he's gonna have like a big old eye right here. So instead of having 3 eyes, he's gonna have 1 eye right there. We're gonna call this eye, and then we're gonna call this antenna. And because we blended it, it got all mushy. So what we'll do is, let's see here. There we go. Let's do this. What we can do is take this and do a big old scale up. Whoops. Scale. Whoops. Come on, Thomas. What are you doing, buddy? There we go. And then we'll just do GG, and it'll go, hold G, press G, and then do, there we go. No, that's not doing it. Hold on. G, bring it down. There we go. There we go. I think that's about all we need to do. Hopefully it's not creating a mirror. I'm fine with that. I know it's not ideal, but it's okay. Can we save this out and see what happens? Hopefully, man. Hopefully these changes are reflected inside of Unity in a good way, and it doesn't get sort of glitchy. This eye probably needs to be combined as well. Let's go to object. Yeah, there we go. And then turn off see-through mode. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's creating sort of a mirrored look here. You can see it. One. There we go. Something like that. Hopefully that looks good. Save it, and then let's jump into Unity. Come on. Okay, good. Yay. Yeah, so the goal here, guys, is to make these look a little bit more like AI. So this is going to be Blender. Let me change this out. There we go. All right, we're going to need to do the UV again. Let's see, are there any other modeling changes we could make to make this look more like a... Let's press play and take a look at how it looks. Oh, the armatures aren't going to be working properly, but it's okay. Yeah. So we're going to put a light at the tip there. So it's kind of like an antenna. Oh, he just saw me and heard me. Okay. Can we remove the subdivision? I think I like it being more squarish. Let's hit play. What am I trying to say? Low poly, not squarish. Low poly. So now he's a little bit more low poly. Yeah. Cool. So everything looks pretty good. All right. So here's what we're going to do. The eye, we're just going to make white. Okay? I'm not going to worry about unwrapping anything. We're just going to make the eye white. So we can literally select this and press L. And so there's the eye here. And then we can go to our materials. We can actually create a new material and call this white eye. And we'll probably just replace it with inside of Unity, just drag some kind of glowing white material to his eye. But we just need to do it here so that we can actually assign it. There we go. So that's assigned to that, and then we can also do the antenna, which can be, press L, there we go. Whoa. L, there we go. And we can do a new material, call this antenna. Yeah, assign it. Hit save. And then finally what we want to do is we want to actually unparent it. So clear the parent. And then we're going to assign with automatic weights. So take that, the actual mesh, and then automatic weights. So that should do it. This is always the moment of truth, right? We probably want to create a bone for that antenna. Cool. Looks like it's pretty good. There's some weird stuff going on. Yeah, it looks all right. Let's add another going up to the antenna. So it'll be something like this, and then we're going to unparent it. Yep. Then drag it up. There we go. So that this can wiggle a little bit when it moves. But we just got to make sure we assign the parent, which would be, this is called, let's see. It's called antenna. And then this is the, what is this called? That's called butt. Okay. So let's assign this to a parent of butt. And now what we can do, clear the parent, select the mesh and then the bones, Control P with automatic weights. So now it should, this bone here should wiggle with the, good. All right, save it out. The eye itself should be good too. Okay, cool. All right, so now inside of Unity, everything should completely screw up. What? What the heck, man? Let's hit play and see what's going on. So frustrating. Oh, good. Now they're just completely disappeared. That's amazing. Yay. What in the world? I think it's because of the material? Huh. Let's take a look, guys. We've got ourselves some problems. Why did it do that? Oh no. That sucks. That really sucks. We're gonna have to redo all this. I mean, what do you expect, Thomas? My goodness. The problem is that these enemies, I made them when I was more ignorant of Unity, about 4 months ago, and I didn't create enemy variants or prefab variants. So that's the problem here. Let's see what's going on. Sphere 1. Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah. That really sucks big time. We're going to try something, guys, okay? Ooh. Oh, man. Let's see here. We're going to have to clean this up. All right. I think I know what I'm going to do here. Watch this. So we're going to delete all of our enemies. And we're going to see if we can do this quick and snappy without any real struggle. So basically, guys, I need to go from scratch with the original beetle. So here's our beetle. We're going to put him, actually, let's do this. Beetle is right here. Drag this beetle in. First things first, guys, is the material. So what we're doing right now is we're basically dragging in the Blender file, and we're going to create a prefab variant, which means that any changes I ever make to the Blender file will be updated inside of our prefab for all enemies that are beetles. We didn't originally do that, so this old enemy that I had that just completely screwed up, basically, it's not really linked to the Blender file anymore. So now it's just confused. So what we got to do is we got to take this beetle here, and we got to, let's see here. 1, 1. Okay. Let's copy this, paste it in. We're just going to do this really systematically. Okay. Actually. Okay, I think we're okay. Hold on, I think I know what I'm going to do here. Body. Okay. There's the beetle. Okay, we're going to put him inside here. There we go. Delete. Okay, the beetle is set to 0.34. Good, okay. And he's zeroed out. See that? We'll rename this beetle. So you can see right there's a plus icon. This is the Blender file. It's basically an FBX. Negative 1, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Is there anything in here that we need to add? Spotlight. Okay, good. That's all added. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Death projector. We need to add that in as well. There he is. And now that's called, oh, I think I figured it out. Let's just try this, guys. This needs to be called body. I think I figured it out. Body. Save it. Was it? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, let's disable this. No, okay, it doesn't work still. That's okay. We need to do this anyway. We really need to do this anyway. We need to redo all this because I want things to be linked to the Blender file. And originally it wasn't. Okay. Armature. Anything in here that we need to change? No, I think we're good. The body itself, we need to change its... oh, I think I know what's going on. Beetle skin. Whoa. Okay, let's do this. We disable this. Does it still animate properly? Let's take a look. Thank you for supporting. Okay, it's not animating properly. Why is that? Ah, that's why. Sorry guys, I have to be really careful here. Delete this. Gotta be really careful here. Okay. Okay, if I unpack this. Okay. I had to unpack this prefab really quick. So I have 2 beetles here. We're gonna remove this one. Hopefully now he'll animate. There we go. Okay, okay. This new spotlight, that's fine. Death projector needs to be reassigned. So let's go to our enemy script here. I need to reassign it. It should say missing. There it is. Okay, sorry. I was like, where is it? It's right here. All right. Death projector gets reassigned. Anything else that needs to be reassigned? All right, let's hit play and see what happens. We're going to save it out, hit play, and hopefully this spider behaves the way that the other ones did. Good. Is he still fitting to the ground? Let's see here. One sec.
It's YouTube Music.
He is. Good.
Download the app today and get a trial of Music Premium on
Awesome.
us. Restrictions apply.
Perfect. Okay, guys. That wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. Does everyone understand what I just did there? I have this Blender file, right? And when I drag that Blender file into the scene, it's connected to Blender. So whatever I change, it's going to update inside of the Unity scene. But the problem is if you create a prefab out of that, it's going to unlink itself from the Blender file. So any changes you make to the Blender file aren't going to be updated inside of that new prefab. So you have to create a prefab variant. I did not create a prefab variant back when I did this in November. I think I did it in November. So I had to redo this just now. But fortunately, everything's okay. So what we can do, watch this, is if I have this enemy here, whew, this is scary, but if I have this enemy here, I can actually delete it. Hold on. Let's push. Let's push first to source tree. Push to source tree. Which source tree is? Source tree is my GUI for GitHub. Right? So just bear with me for a second. That's cold coffee. All right, while I wait for this stuff to load, hold on, here we go. Enemies. Let me change my commit here. Enemies can now see! Exclamation mark. Stage all. Okay, I can take a look at the chat. All right, we've got some thoughts and comments in the chat. We've got Lord Bat. Awesome. Thank you for streaming. Maybe you should emit on 1080p minimum because of the text to allow read. Is it not 1080? Making 3D games is hard. That's me Stroud. I do. Abs Badir says, "How many monitors do you have?" I've only got one. That's a Mac. I only use that to write music. I've got a PC right here. It's a big old monitor. Like, it's like this big. Maybe actually it's like that big. Big monitor that I use. I don't really like using two monitors. Y'all want to listen to Animal Crossing Lo-Fi. Hello. Check 1 2 1 2. Is it 720? Really? Sorry guys. I'll try and do 1080 next time. I don't think I can change that while I'm streaming. Orb says, what is a prefab variant? Let me try and explain. A prefab basically, imagine, let me think, what's a good metaphor here? It's hard. I'm trying to think of a metaphor for you. A prefab variant can include other prefabs. Does that make sense? So if I make a change to a prefab that's inside of another prefab, it's going to change. Well, in this case, we're using a prefab variant because there's a Blender file inside of that prefab variant. And that Blender file, I need it to be linked to Blender. The moment that I create just a prefab, not a prefab variant, it strips out all of the connections to the Blender file. And then it's just this almost native raw prefab as opposed to one with little connections on the inside, if that makes sense. It's really hard to explain. That's probably a terrible explanation. That's the best I can do. I'm going to push this to source tree really quick. That way I can make changes without feeling really nervous, because I like the progress we've made today. We've made the enemies able to hear and see. We're also working on a new look for the enemies. I want them to be really creepy. I think the best way to do stealth game is to make something that's things you really don't like being chased by. So you really want to avoid them. So we're going to work on making them look as creepy as possible. Okay? All right. Hopefully that answered your question. What do I do when I'm bored working in the same project? I start live streaming. I'm serious. That's what I do. Okay, guys. Now we can actually start making changes to our character here. So first off, let's go to our actual beetle here. See? Actually, no. I forgot. We're going to delete our enemy. Prefab. Delete. Are we pushed? Okay, we're pushed. Pretty sure we're pushed. Okay, we're pushed. We're going to delete him. Okay, good. And then just drag this in. Watch this. You ready? Drag him in. And now, yeah, it's a prefab variant. So if I go and I actually collapse this and open it up, look, there's a beetle here. Look, that's actually another prefab. If I can select that, it's the Blender file. So that's why we wanted to use a prefab variant for this spider. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to unpack all of the materials or extract them. We're going to go to our antenna. It's just going to be black for now. I don't care. Pretty shiny. I'm not too worried about the antenna. For the white eye, it needs to be a big old white, and we want it to be unlit, okay? So we're going to do standard unlit. That way, you're going to see his eye all the time. And we could probably add a little halo to it as well if we wanted to. Come on, where are you? Unlit texture. Okay. And we'll go to, yeah, here it is. Here he is. There he is, body. Ah, yes, okay. So it's missing the material. So if I drag the white eye in. Hello. What happened? What? Huh. Okay. Let's go back to our Blender file here. We have a problem, Houston. So this is going to be... So all of this we need to have another material, just for now. It's going to be called body. We're going to select everything, assign it. Then we're going to select just the eye. We're going to assign that to white eye. And then we're going to take the antenna and we're going to do antenna. So everything's assigned now. Hopefully that fixes it. Okay, good. I don't want to see the gizmos right now. There we go. Okay. Then let's go to our beetle here and just start from the top. Beetle skin, antenna, that needs to be white eye. Yay, okay. So that technically should actually glow a little bit with our bloom effect that we're using in post-processing. The antenna also, by the way, guys, watch this. We need to add the antenna to the armature, or to, let's see here. Sorry, let me think here. What? We need to add a bone renderer. Crap. Watch this, guys. You're gonna love it. We're gonna add a bone finder, or a bone renderer. Watch this. Bone renderer. And that bone renderer has all these transform sizes in it. And our transforms, you have to drag every single bone. Well, what I did was I created a bone finder script, drag the bone renderer, and click find bones. So now we have all these bones. So this bone right here, we're gonna add a jiggle script to it. Fortunately, we already have, let's delete this guy. We don't need him. That's scary. We're gonna take our little player here and we're gonna add, let's see here, this jiggle. Actually, let's go to his head. Yeah. We're gonna go to this, copy the jiggle script, and then we're gonna paste it inside of our enemy here. So there's his antenna. We're gonna add a paste component as new. So hopefully his antenna will jiggle while he moves, right? And then we also have a bulb or light. No. There's a prefab I want to add to the top of that. So let's see here. Sci-fi pylon. Glow bulb. It's called glow bulb. So we're going to open up this enemy here. And we're going to go to his antenna. There we go. Where is it? There he is. There's his antenna. At the very end of his antenna, we're going to add the glow bulb prefab. So see how this prefab variant allows me to drag prefabs into our prefab. All right, and it's got this giant halo, which sucks. We don't want that. I like the lens flare, but that's just a little bit much. There we go. Where's our lens flare? Okay, I can't see the lens flare. Where is my lens flare? Huh, I don't know. So we can't see the lens flare for now. There it is. So now we've got this light at the tip. So let's hit play and see how everything looks. There he is. It's wiggling just a little bit. Obviously that's way too bright, but you guys get the idea. So let's see if we can add a little bit more wiggle to that. Nope. That looks pretty good. Before I die, let me copy this. Base component is new. So now we've got, base component values. So now we've got this antenna. Now, obviously, guys, that is so bright. So we don't want to do that. Let's go to the spotlight here. I don't really want there to be a light source, to be honest. So we're going to remove that. We're going to have the halo. Halo's fine. Brightness, that's really bright. Okay. Just maybe that should be just fine. Let's hit play and see how everything looks. That looks great. So notice how things are starting to look a little bit more robotic with just that single light on there. His eye looks good too. Cool. Sweet, and the jiggle looks great, doesn't it, guys? Wow. I really like it. Look at that. That is awesome. Thomas, you win big points today. As do you guys, because you guys have been really helpful with the coding portion. So thank you. All right. Jerry, you said you'd like to see some gigantic beetles walking in the distance. I beat you, buddy. I beat you there. Let me show you. We already got that. There we go. See? We got 2 in the distance there. So, I win. But obviously, that's a really good idea. I love those antennas. Those are awesome. I love how wiggly they are. That's cool. And by the way, guys, that's called Jiggle. It's an asset on the asset store. All right, guys. The next thing we want to do is open up our... Well, I'll be honest, you know. Maybe we should add this glow bulb to a bone. Let's add a bone. Let me show you. We're going to add a bone to his eye here so that we can actually add that glow bulb to it. So what is this called? Let's open it up. It's called eye. It's just an eye, right? That should be good. All right. So if we go to our, copy this glow bulb and we can go to our enemy here. Let's see where the eye is. There it is. We're just going to add this bulb inside of the eye as well, right? Let's double click and make sure everything looks good. Oops, that's not right. Put it inside of there. 0, 0. So there's our little eye. See that? And, you know, I don't think I want the halo. I think I just want the lens flare. Where is the lens flare, my friends? Let me look. The lens flare isn't showing up for some reason. There it is. Yay, okay. That looks great. So we're getting a glow coming out of his eye so that when it sort of faces the camera, it'll go bright. And so you'd be like, oh, I gotta move. So it's not fading out, is it? Let me see. It really needs to fade out when it's behind the player. So ignore layers, nothing. Okay. So it's gonna ignore, let's see here. Let's do nothing. And then we gotta move it outside of the actual spider. What that means is it's going to get ignored if it's there we go. Crap. Okay, I think that's good right there. Let's apply this. Okay, and then hit play. What I was doing there is I was changing which layers are hiding the lens flare. There we go. That's cool. So that when you run behind it, you don't see the lens flare. That's great, guys. Oh, that looks awesome. What a relief. It's cool to see a game, you know, actually start looking really cool. All right. How do we feel, guys? Looking good? Hawkman says, since you are using lights, will you be able to render all the lights if you have many enemies? Just a thought. I think so. I have this thing called, let me show you. It's called Object Color. So if I have, it's a script I wrote. If I have an enemy way over here, he's not going to render at all. So if I hit play, he's going to completely disable himself. He's only going to be enabled once I actually go over there. See, he's not even showing up. Muted, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, guys, sorry. So obviously that light source is not perfect. So what we need to do is we need to go to, here's our spotlight. I'd really like the spotlight to be flickering or something. That might be really cool. Wouldn't that be awesome if it was flickering? There it is. Thank you for the donation. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. So it's coming directly out of here. And maybe up a little bit here. There we go. I think that's great. Something like that. Sweet. Let's see what kind of we could do soft shadows. And all right, let's hit play. All right, see how this looks. Oh, nope, we gotta hit apply. Good. And thank you for the donation. That's awesome. Uh-oh. That's pretty horrifying. I love it. That looks so much better. Oh, that's creepy. Okay, let's crouch and then sneak around. I keep dying, sorry. I feel like the light should be yellow. Yeah, let's make them... Now we can actually change the color of the beetles. Watch out, Tom. So we're just sneaking around here. Oh, man. You're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. Haha. Whoops. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? I like it. Well, guys, thanks for watching the stream. This was a long one, but had a lot of good conversations with everybody. We raised a lot of money for the CDC Foundation. I'm going to match this, so in total we've raised about $1,100, which is really cool. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. Bye-bye.